Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Briarios Kerensky here for an unboxing. This plain white box is the same box that the game was shipped in, and if you're wondering why I'm starting with this rather than the usual shot of the edition of the game I'm unboxing, is because I've take a peek inside and I think I should show you what I mean with this. And this is why this is rather classy. So just a piece of blue cardboard that was useful nonetheless. Okay, we are now back to a more traditional framing, and it's time to remove the protection paper. There is a badge here thanking, well, me and everyone else that bought this wonderful edition of Summon Night 6. So I wonder if I can just slide this. Yes, I can. And we have the box right now of the wonderful edition of Summon Night 6 Lost Borders. This, I guess, is the front cover, with Gaijin Works responsible for this edition, Bandai Namco for publishing the game, of course, and the 15th anniversary of the series. So, taking a look around, we see the main protagonist of the game, an illustration of the world. If I remember correctly, this is one of the first locations you can visit. Yet another character. On the top we continue with the character gallery. On the bottom we see the mascots of the game. So there is a flap here that let's see. I don't know what this will open. Yes. So one more location. This art book wants to fall down, and we have a poster here. We have a rather hefty art book to sit through. We have a plushie. I've got the grey version. Everyone got a random color. Here's the game. The soundtrack. And a coaster pack. So let's see if there is anything. No, this is just for protection. And on one of the sides we have yet another character. Of course, the flap is magnetized. Time to take a look at the game that on the front cover has the usual three characters and their companions, usual logos. And on the back a bit of introductory text, more than 3 screenshots, which is unusual already, some technical details, 1 player, well, controller compatible, 8 gigs install, PS4 Pro and Haste, and connectivity with the PlayStation Vita. So, it's also a rather hefty case, so maybe Gaijin Works had a manual done, and yes, we do have a manual, that's great. And it's a very hefty one. So, we also see that behind the game disc there is a second cover. So this is essentially the same illustration with just a different background. The text is the same, the layout is different though, the screenshots are the same, so nothing more to see here, and let's go for the manual. So after the 3 characters exclusive to the game, we go to the characters that come from previous Summon Night games. Fourth and Dark are from Summon Night 5, which also received a very late edition on the PSP, and of course it's also available digitally on the Vita. A rather standard description of the game menus and mechanics. So far, nothing really out of the ordinary. Maybe, just maybe, the size of the font used here. Although it has been quite some time since I've saw English manuals, so my perception might be skewed. But hey, this is a full game as it was before the era of digital manuals, so this is absolutely great. Here is the official Deluxe Soundtrack that, on the front cover, once again shows the 3 main characters, this time around trying to play an instrument. On the back there is the track list with 33 tracks, 1 is a bonus track, and the very last one is the English version of what I think is the theme song for the game. So the front cover also doubles as a booklet. We'll take a look at this later. So the disc itself. And of course on the back we have yet another illustration that we've already seen on the main box. So here's the booklet. That's just the lyrics for... no, well, there are the credits for each and every track, and on the other side the English lyrics of the theme song. The coasters are of course held in the coaster pack. On the front there is just the logo of the game, on the back some artwork, just like each and every side, and like the outer box there is a small flap that can be used to open the pack. Once again, this is magnetized. On the inside, yet another character. So, there is also a small pin. Four coasters in total, three are of course dedicated to the main characters and the fourth is for the game logo. On the back absolutely nothing, and they are manufactured in solid rubber, not protected cardboard or any other easily perishable material, which is always a plus. And there is nothing really much to say. Except this, maybe. Well, just about the right size for a beer stein. Or, at the very least, my Battletech beer stein. The poster provided with the wonderful edition is actually two-sided. On one side we have the three main characters with of course the logo of the game and the various publishers. The other side is exactly the same, only that I think this looks like a frame taken from the intro animation. Print quality on both sides is good, color rendition is okay, and there are no smudges I can see. The only problem, as with all paper posters, is that it has been folded way too many times and the folding lines are rather deep, so it will take some effort to straighten them out. And here's the plushie. As I said before, everyone got a randomized color between this one, blue and purple, and yeah, I would have preferred other colors, to be honest. However, the plushie's quality is excellent, I'd say. Sewing points are very sharp, there is none out of place, not that I can see of right now. The only thing is that my tie got a little bent in the packaging, but that's a very minor problem. And yeah, it's great. And here we are with the Summon Night series premium art book. And since it's a rather hefty volume, I'm of course with my usual contraption. So let's start. Of course, before this, let's take a look at the front cover without the dust jacket. Just a plain, well-bound cover. So unfortunately these two pages are kinda glued together. So we start off with the introduction of the world, which is always welcome. I'm starting to think that it's not properly bound, this book. I mean, yeah, there are stitches here, but it's making all sort of strange noises, maybe because it's brand new. Some pages are hard to come apart. It's very nice that Gaijin Works included an art book for the whole series. Because I was kind of surprised when a lot of people commented on my first hour play of the Japanese version of the game that they thought that Swordcraft story on the GBA was the main game, where it was a spin-off. Serious promo girl Ati, of course. And, well, we have, of course, 3 book signs. They are a bit bent. Summon Night 5 that maybe some of you played when it came out on the PSP physically and digitally on the Vita. I think that was 2 or 3 years ago. Of course, I'm talking about the English version. And maybe if you have the intention of playing this game, you shouldn't really take a look at this. And of course we move finally to Summon Night 6. I think 2 pages are stuck together. Yeah, they are. And we close this book. Unfortunately, no illustration about the Swordcraft story games. The wonderful edition of Summon Night 6 Lost Borders completely lives up to its name. I can't really point out anything bad about this edition, with maybe the exception of the premium art book not featuring any of the spin-offs, like Swordcraft Story or Twin Age, but that's more nitpicking than anything. Gaijin Works did a wonderful job with this edition that completely makes up for the various delays this has faced. If you can find this in the wild, absolutely go for it. I have a first hour play of the Japanese edition of this game available on my channel, so you might want to check it out if you want to see the game for yourself. I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing and you stick around for more. Briareo Skarensky, over and out.